You're listening to the Evil Metal Gamers Podcast.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Evil Metal Gamers Podcast. Today is October 28th, 2017, my birthday, and
Happy birthday!
my name is Jose Roldan,
I'm Frank Berna.
and this is the Evil Metal Gamers Podcast, where you get all the news and game, movies, and all the geek stuff.
All week. Every week. God, we're tacky.
Yes, we are. So,
The week has come. The weekend has come. The
We're-
Friday of Fridays. The nerds are still just vegging the fuck out.
and we're actually recording on October 28th because we needed to take the 27th to really play the games, and I was out of town, and I really wanted to play the games. So we all got an opportunity to play the games that are out. So we have plenty to talk about today.
It's not just games. It's movies. It's television.
Oh,
it's
that's right.
a bunch of stuff that has come out this week. And oh, happy days. Oh, happy days. This is a week we've been looking forward to for some time. But before we get into all that, something happened
Is this the
yesterday. This is the curveball. There's something happening yesterday. Yesterday being the 27th, Saturday, we get news that the producer for such wonderful games as Street Fighter V and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity officially left Capcom.
Did they fire him?
It says
I
he
hope
left.
They fired him.
It says he left. Go ahead. You talk. That's your franchise.
No, I think it's good because I mean, let's just say I didn't buy. Didn't I say? I think I said that first time we did the podcast with Dylan. I said I don't want to do the recording with. I don't want to get the game for PC because it might have problems. So
Talk into the microphone, sir. I can't hear you.
I said that I didn't want to get the game because I thought that it would suck for PC. And so I didn't get it. And it turned out that it did suck. Not just for PC, but for everything. And, well, what do you know? I looked up to see how much the game cost the other day because Dylan wanted to play with me. I'm not lying. $14. And I just bought 3. I literally bought 3 a day before. 3. I'm talking about Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I bought it for Steam for $19 to play with Dylan. And then I just looked up and Infinity was $14.
And I was looking forward to Infinity, dude.
Infinity's $14, Frank. It just came out. $14. I know it's not like that for PS4.
Apparently
for
his
PC.
Apparently his name is Combo Fiend, and he must have been like some kind of world-renowned fighting game fighter,
But
e-gamer champion of the world. But these games are dog shit.
what the problem is, excuse me, the problem is that they try to make it lifelike. Why would you want to make it lifelike?
I don't know.
I-
There's
The whole you know what it is? I tell you what it is that Injustice 2 was such a success that I feel like they really tried to make it realistic, and it's not. I feel that DC sucks so much that by making it realistic or make it more gory mixed in with Mortal Kombat type of style, it actually makes it look better.
yeah.
But if you try to do something with already awesome comic book characters like Marvel, and then you try to humanize them into, lifelike.
I'm
it's-
telling you, dude.
I mean, really, I don't need to see a live version of Chun-Li. It's or Ryu, or I mean, come on. I mean, you don't have to.
I've already said it. They lend themselves better if they were switched.
Maybe
Marvel would have been better with
I
with the NetherRealms, the fatalities, the fighting, the blood, the gore. Think about the characters in the blood and the gore with.
yes, I understand, but Marvel vs. Capcom is not a bad franchise.
Oh no, not at all, not at all.
It's just this game sucked,
Yeah,
and
dude, can you imagine what the fatalities would have been though? Like Magneto just like twisting and ripping metal out of people.
well, I guess I mean Metal? Yeah, I was thinking more of Deadpool, the things Deadpool would do to you. Or Wolverine. Oh, my
Cyclops with his laser. Bzzz.
God. Yeah. Well, that's only
Dude.
something we can dream about. Now that it's owned by Disney, is definitely not going to happen.
Venom and Carnage. Those would have been some sick
I
fatalities.
really do hope they add Carnage. And I really do hope that the game is still fixable. But the guy did leave.
Yeah, he left yesterday.
I mean, he did both Street Fighter and...
Street Fighter 5, which sucked, and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity, which blows.
well, I mean, I can't blame Capcom for getting him out. Seriously. Especially with Disney probably breathing down the neck of Capcom, saying, what is this? What have you done? You know? They still haven't put Venom. They haven't put a lot of characters, so I'm hoping that there is still something that can be fixed with the actual game. Hopefully. I mean, that's me dreaming. I mean, if not, I don't think we're definitely going to see another Marvel vs. Capcom. Because we got this out of pure fucking miracle. We did.
And they had the whole Infinity Stones, and each stone gave your character different abilities. Like, if you got the time...
Didn't they do that with Street Fighter versus Tekken?
I don't know, but I know, like... So if you got the time stone and you put it on someone like the Hulk moved faster. Now, granted, he's not moving at the speed of Ryu, but he is moving substantially faster. I
literally don't know anything because I haven't played it at all.
No, I just read about
I
it.
avoided it completely.
I read about it. I didn't play it. I was excited. I like my fighters. I'm a Tekken fan, Mortal Kombat fan, I'm a Street Fighter fan. I play them all. I have yet to play 5.
Did you play Street Fighter Tekken?
Street Fighter? No, I didn't play that.
That was actually pretty good.
That was. I know that they're getting ready. There's still that works that they're going to do the Tekken versus Street Fighter. There was the screenshot release video of
they brought Akuma.
Hayachi versus Akuma. Yeah.
But Akuma's already in the game.
Yeah, but that's been a project.
Did you play it?
No.
You haven't played Tekken 5?
The last Tekken? No, I haven't played the last Tekken.
You're like the biggest fan of Tekken and you haven't played it?
No, I've been...
And I heard it was good too. It wasn't bad.
I don't think it's released, is it?
Tekken 5 has already been out for a while.
No, they're making a new... I thought they're making...
Not Tekken 5. Tekken 7 has been out for a while.
I thought they're making one more. I thought there was another one coming out in 20... Hence the reason why they showed Akuma. I thought that was coming out this year. Well, not this year. Next year. 2018. Summer.
Tekken release date. No, I know because I saw it in Steam. I know for a fact they have it, and Akuma's in it. That's the reason that Akuma didn't come out in Street Fighter 5 when it was released.
Yeah,
because he was in Tekken.
One of the reasons why I always like Tekken is because they never had the projectiles. It was straight hand to hand. That was one of the reasons why I always loved it.
But he was in there with projectiles.
Well, yeah, and I was like, I don't know about all that.
And the release date was June 2017. June 1st, 2017.
No shit.
No shit. You're like you love this
I know.
fucking franchise.
I thought it was coming out next year. I don't know why. I'm c'est la vie.
Fail.
Yeah, that's an epic fail.
And it's got a 9 out of 10 in Steam.
Really?
And that's PC.
Really?
Yeah, normally ports suck.
Yeah. No, and Tekken has always been a Sony franchise.
Is it? Well, I mean,
they came out. The original Tekken was PlayStation 1.
Did it not come out for Xbox?
No.
Not one of them? None of them?
No. The only one that I know of that was Namco that came out was Soul Calibur, and that was on Dreamcast. Fuck, was that good? Soul
Calibur?
Soul Calibur 2 on Dreamcast.
On Dreamcast? No. The best version was GameCube.
No, oh my god.
I love the
GameCube. Fuck you.
That was such a good.
That was dog shit.
I know where you're going with this.
I know where you're going with this.
It was Link. The best one was Xbox because it had a Spawn in it. Huh?
That's
you probably
true.
bought it. You see? It had Spawn in it.
No,
I would have bought an Xbox for Spawn.
Spawn's cool. Spawn would have.
So you would have bought an Xbox for Spawn?
No, but it's cool.
No.
I think Spawn's is.
What was the version for PlayStation?
Hayachi.
Yeah. That's it. That was the best they could do.
I agree with you.
But you know what? They didn't have God of War at the time. If not, they would have put Kratos.
God, Kratos in Mortal Kombat 9 was epic. Kratos was so great, and he was so fitting.
He was in that.
He was so fitting in Mortal Kombat.
Who was the Xbox version?
They didn't get one. The rumor,
It wasn't Phoenix.
no, that was the rumor that they were gonna get Phoenix, but they didn't do it.
What?
Yeah,
But they did it for. Oh
No.
well, Killer Instinct belongs to Xbox. Killer Instinct, they added Battletoad.
not just Battletoad. They added the snake worm dude from
The Snake Worm, dude.
Halo.
Oh, really? They didn't put Master Chief. They put that garbage.
Yeah, I mean it's Xbox. What do you expect?
You would expect them to put Halo, Master Chief.
Well, they went with the B side.
What? You had a chance to put your most beloved character in the Killer Instincts, and you chose to put
Dude, and
what is it? A worm? What?
the worm thing. Did you?
I don't know. I don't play Halo.
Did you play Halo 2?
No, I'm sorry. I played the multiplayer for a
No.
little bit.
Well, Halo 2, the story mode was you played as like this worm snake guy that's part of the Covenant. I don't know. The Halo story sucks. Anybody who's
does.
listening who
No,
wants
it
to
really
try to
does.
tell me that the story in Halo is good.
And I gave it a chance. I played Halo 2. I played 3. I even got 3 on release date. This is way back when I was, a store manager. And I played it, and it was just... I had a friend who was there with me, too. His name was 80. We were playing it, and he's like... The first 5 minutes, he's like, Halo? This is more like, hey, fucking no.
So are you ready for my Halo story?
Go ahead.
Okay.
So you actually gave it a try, too? Was it with George?
No. So I just got out of the Marine Corps, right? And I had this friend who was like this wizard hacker motherfucker, right? And Halo was released on Xbox. Everybody's playing Halo. And Halo 2 took forever and a day to get released. You remember this?
No.
Halo 2 took forever to come out.
I avoided Halo 2 altogether.
But
Go
listen,
ahead. I'll tell you
all
why
right.
I hated Halo 2.
So this is what happened. So we were roommates at the time. And he goes, I don't know what the fuck he did, but he goes and he wakes me up.
Oh my
And I'm like, all right, dude, what's up? He wakes me up and he goes, read this. And there's a website that a French version of Halo 2 got leaked. And we're talking months. We're not talking
a French version.
a French version of the complete game, meaning that they didn't have the English. It wasn't English dubbed. It was French dubbed. So everybody was spoken French.
Oh my God.
Hey, stop. Listen to
Okay, where is this going?
So he goes and he's like, you read this, right? I'm like, yeah. He taps me on the shoulder, because this kid was a fucking hacker, right? Points to the other computer, says Halo 2, 64% complete downloaded. And I'm like, wait a second, what? And he goes, yeah. In about it, because mind you, this is back in the day. So we had about an hour and something before this fucking game was finished downloading. But this motherfucker had gotten Halo 2 before it was ever
What?
released. The French version got leaked. And this dude was able to hack a version to get it for the original Xbox.
Oh my God. Did you play it?
Oh, yeah. We played it and we beat it the day it came out. We played it, beat it the day it came out. And when it ended, we're like, that's it? That's the entire game. This is what we waited.
So you were excited about this?
We were excited about it because of the hype behind it. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
The hype behind what Halo 2 was supposed to be. Because I'm not going to lie. The first Halo was a good game.
What?
The first Halo, hear what I have to say.
Oh, God.
The first Halo, when it came out, when did Halo come out? 2000?
2000, 2001. I don't know.
For a first-person shooter?
Didn't you have to do landline or LAN parties to play multiplayer?
Yeah. It was LAN parties, it was split screen. Dude, what the fuck? You're talking about around the time of the N64. Like, this this was a good game. I'm not going to deny that the fact that the very first Halo was a good game.
All right, so
So-
you talking about multiplayer or the story wise?
Well, just the overall game. The multiplayer was fun. The story wise, it was your average first person shooter. There was nothing about it that screamed like, "Oh my god, this is revolutionary." And at the same time, there was nothing that said that this was bad. You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
So Halo 2 comes out, and we're like, all right, sweet. So this is supposed to be like the next big thing. This is the sequel. And you play it, and you're in Africa. You remember? It's all like orange and shit.
What, Halo 2? I don't remember that shit.
Okay.
I
I'll-
never played it. I
Well,
only played the multiplayer.
Okay, so you start off and you're in Africa. So it's like, Master Chief goes back to Earth, and now the Covenant is invading Earth, right? And we're like, all right, cool. And then you play 2 levels in Africa, and then
Played it
after
in
that,
French?
yeah, because it had you can put on English subtitles. So first you play in Africa, and you fight the Covenant, and then it's like, all right, well, we need to go back to where Halo is, and it takes you back to everywhere that was in the first game. And we're sitting there, we're like, dude, this is Halo 1 again. Hence the reason why anytime I talk to somebody and they're like, Halo's such a great franchise, I'm like, you mean Halo 1.5 or Halo 1.76? Because every single Halo is the exact same fucking game. That's the reason why I always bash it, is because nothing about it changed. The characters didn't change. Oh my God, I got dual wielding.
God, that's what I wanted to talk about. I remember seeing that in E3 when they showed the trailer for Halo 2 and the guy was doing dual wielding. And people freaked out. I'm like, are you kidding me? You
That's
could do
it.
that in GoldenEye.
But that was it. That was really it. And that was when my hate for Halo started. Is because I played and beat the campaign the first day it came out. Because the game ends on a cliffhanger. And I would say 2/3 of the game takes place where the first game took place. So there was nothing new about it. So you can go ahead and flood the email with all kinds of hate mail, and you can give us bad reviews if you don't like what we're saying. But Jesus Christ, if you guys can't open up your eyes,
They can't. I'm telling you, somebody who likes Halo will not see.
because okay, so
And
go ahead.
it's the same thing, and there was nothing revolution about it, except maybe the fact that I think the online aspect, the multiplayer, I think
But that wasn't until Halo 3, right?
no, Halo 2.
Halo 2 had online.
Yeah, Halo 2 had it.
Because that's original Xbox. That's not 360.
Yeah, they had it. Halo 2, but Halo 3, of course, Halo 3 also had the multiplayer, but I don't know. I mean, that's the problem with a lot of Xbox exclusives. I mean, some people say that about Gears too,
No, I had
Gears-
fun with Gears.
but it didn't really change a lot.
No, it didn't. There was games that had cover fire, but Gears played well. Gears always played really well in my opinion. With the aiming, one of my favorite things about Gears of War, and the fact that no other game has done it, reload efficiency, where like you have the bar and you click the button to reload, and if you don't hit anything, you just reload.
I feel like I just played a game.
But there's a little bar where if you get it right there, he does a fast reload. But if you miss it, like it's a risk versus reward kind of thing. So
I just played a game that does that. Oh my God, I'm gonna go crazy. I know there was a recent game that does that where you have to time it perfectly.
and if you, but it was a whole risk versus reward.
Yeah.
Because if you don't hit it,
It got stuck.
It gets jammed. I love that feature. I also love the grenades in Gears of War because it was like an arc, and the guy like spun it. It wasn't just like a hand grenade where their arm just goes back. Like it was this chain where you trying to get some momentum behind
then
it, and
you can see how it's gonna bounce and everything. They show you.
Gears of War. I'm a Sony guy. Gears of War. I was jealous of Gears of War. That's something I can admit wholeheartedly. Gears of War is fucking awesome. Kudos to you. But
I like Phoenix.
when you go and you want to sit there and say Halo's not the same, And I get the argument that, Halo's not the same. And people say, what about God of War? God of War, the concept about the game is the same. I'm going to go and I'm going to kill gods. I'm going to have sex with random women and that's it.
Okay.
But the weaponry changed. The spells that you got changed. The enemies that you fought changed. They had new things. They had new abilities. Each game had something different to offer. Halo did not.
No, not at all. Nothing.
You got the brutes, which were giant gorillas, which
If you say so, that's about
that's about it. That's
It was very boring for me. I never finished a single one of the campaigns. Not a single one. And I've played terrible games like 1887, Order of 1887, which I finished it because I had to.
I didn't. Are you ready? I never played it, but I heard that it wasn't. This is what I heard. I heard it wasn't bad. It's just you could beat it in 3 hours. That was the biggest
It
deal.
was a beautiful piece of shit. That's what I call it. It was very pretty, but that was it.
Yeah.
I didn't. It's disappointing.
There's a lot of hype behind that game.
A lot.
Well, I mean, it's Santa Monica Studios. It's the people who made God of War. So we're going to make a new IP. And I'm like, all right, cool, sweet. And then when I heard what pushed me away from it was the fact that it was, they were saying that it was 6 hours to beat. So when I hear that a game, anytime I hear a game takes X amount of time, I always cut off 2 hours.
You do?
For me, yeah. For me, unless
Does it go really fast in it?
no, I just beat it. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to sound arrogant, like I'm the greatest gamer in the world, because there are people who fucking time run games and can beat. I mean,
Those
dude,
are fucking
dude,
crazy.
there's a dude who beat Fallout 3 as a baby. Like they never.
What?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah, with a hack on the internet, but he beat it just as staying as the baby. He beat the game. So yeah, there are ways around shit in video games to beat them. I just know that from beginning to end, I will beat a game faster than what the average person says.
I can. I need to, if it's like collecting stuff, I have to do all that shit.
No, I'll beat the game, then I'll go back and
Like
collect it.
Assassin's Creed, I mean, you can finish it fast if you just do the story. But I go back and collect everything before I do. We'll get to that. We'll go. What else you got?
So let's start off.
How do we go from Street Fighter to Halo? Wow, it doesn't matter. That's what we do with Evil Metal Gamers.
So let's talk about something that came out. We had a big weekend this weekend.
Very big weekend. October 27th was.
So I am
Huge.
and guys, I'm the biggest person who hates spoilers, and I'm not gonna ruin anything. Stranger Things season 2 came out on Friday.
Tell me about it.
I'm 4 episodes in. If it wasn't for my girlfriend, Jesus Christ, that'd probably be finished already. But because she likes the show, dude, she loves the show, which is awesome because it's a fucking good show. It is such a great show. If you're a nerd,
How many episodes you saw?
I'm in episode 4.
Damn. How long are they?
They're about an hour
You
apiece.
saw. When did you see them?
And Friday night and yesterday. Yeah, I'd probably be more if we didn't. We had a bunch of stuff to do today. We had to go shopping for Halloween stuff. She wanted a new dress because we're going to I'm a high school teacher. Homecoming is this week, so
You guys are chaperoning?
yeah, I always go to my kids' homecoming. I don't
Do
think
you put a Bible between them and tell them this is the distance for dancing?
No. I just go and honestly, I go and I sit there to show, like, if somebody is well dressed, I'm like, you look good. And if somebody looks ridiculous, which, I mean, my kids.
You did not say they looked.
My kids come and they're completely ostentatious. Like, they're so overly flashy. And I'm like, kid, you're on welfare. What are you doing with a Gucci belt on? Get out of here. So I call them out on it, but I always have a good time, and they like to see me, and I like to see them, and it shows. Deep down inside, I really do care about my kids, and I really want them to succeed. And when I go and I show face and I hang out with them because we're outside of school, so it's more casual.
Okay.
It means a lot to them, and it means a lot to me. It's one of those stepping stones to see them graduating, and I'm in, Mr. B, come take a picture, and I take 1,000,001 pictures, and it's goofy, and that's a good time. So
Do all your students sound like that? That's the same voice you do for all of them.
yeah, pretty much.
Mr. B.
I work in the hood, man. What can I say? I love my kids though. But she needed a new dress,
Okay.
and yeah, I also had to buy a birthday present for somebody. Can't
Oh, yeah?
remember who,
Oh.
but I forgot it because I suck. We'll see it next week on We'll see it next week on
That's awesome.
on
Thank
the
you.
podcast. No, but so far it's really good. The Duffer Brothers or the Doofer Brothers, the guys who created the show, they direct it and everything.
Everything retro's back.
It's not just that it's retro. I keep telling everybody about the show. The reason why I love it, no one in the show is pretty. They've substituted pretty for talent,
I'm thinking.
if that makes any sense.
You're right, because
Well,
I think the prettiest person would be Winona Ryder, and they made her ugly.
She's a
Well,
mom.
they made her a mom.
Yeah, yeah. But
No offense to moms.
No, yeah, but nobody in this show is pretty. Everybody's very, very normal, for lack of a better term.
No, especially the sheriff. Yeah, the sheriff's supposed to be like the
He's
hero, and he's like a fat ass.
he's so awesome. Oh my god, he's gonna be a great Hellboy. I'm so excited.
Is it really the choice?
He's yeah. They have him in costume and everything already. He's awesome. I like him a lot. I mean, we go back to when I said he would have been an awesome Cable. I would have taken him as Cable.
Has he done anything else?
I don't know. I'd have to IMDb him, but that's what I like. And everybody now from this show is getting work.
That's usually how it works.
One of the kids, he was in it.
Really?
Yeah, the kid with the glasses is the main kid, Michael.
Okay, Richie in it is who?
No, not Richie. The kid with the glasses, the one who kept like cursing and talking about how big his dick is and everything.
That's Richie.
That's the kid. That's the kid Mike in Stranger Things.
Really?
Yeah. The girl who plays 11, she just got the star role in the new Godzilla movie. She's gonna be like the lead.
There's another Godzilla movie.
Yeah, they're gonna do it. Well, apparently it's gonna be good. It's called Godzilla King of the Monsters. I think it's gonna be Godzilla versus King Kong. Could be wrong, but that's where they're going with that.
Oh my God.
And then Homeboy is gonna be in Hellboy. And then the one kid who's like the epitome of the 80s with his like poofy hair.
Oh
he,
yeah,
He does
he
all
looks
those
like the 80s took a shit, and he came out in the show.
he's doing all the what the fuck is it? He's doing all the Domino's commercials and stuff like that. Dude, I love when people get extra work because they actually have talent rather than being predicated on.
Bro, I had no idea. I can't believe I watched this fucking show, and I didn't know that was the kid.
Yeah,
He was
dude.
Richie. Maybe because of the glasses. I'm like looking through pictures here.
It's no, I did it within the first 30 seconds of seeing his face on the screen. I IMDb'd him.
So Richie, okay, so that's the main character, the hero, the
main nerd kid, yeah,
one who was the one who found the girl.
yeah, L, and L's gonna
What
be in
the
Godzilla.
Fuck, he's a great actor
They're
because
all great actors.
no, because
Oh.
I'm just saying Richie is a totally different character of what he plays in Stranger Things.
yeah,
So much that I didn't even know it was him.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Good
no.
job.
Then that's and so I give mad credit to the Doofer brothers. I love them. They're one of these guys are one of the reasons why I enjoy doing the podcast. They're the reasons why to a certain degree I still write, that hopefully, somebody can see my work and say, this isn't about being pretty, this isn't about being flashy, this is about telling a good story. And
Of course.
and it may be a little niche, but let's do it. Let's make something of quality.
God, that's a great show. I might have to just open up subscription again to see it. I didn't know it was coming out already.
It came out, yeah.
I thought it was coming out Tuesday for some reason. So it came out on Friday.
It came out on
what
Friday.
the fuck with all this stuff coming out on Friday? How dare them?
That's it, man.
We can't all do all this.
That's-
How dare them? I can't stop playing the games I'm playing right now to watch Stranger Things. I can't. I'm sorry. They're gonna have to wait.
It's so good.
They're gonna have to wait. I'm
not-
sorry. I can't drop what I'm doing right now.
I'm not lying. I'm 4 episodes in, and when I get back home,
How do you find it?
what time?
It's
1:30 in the morning right now, and I'm not lying. Like, I want to go home, wake up my girlfriend, and be like, "So you want to finish that episode?"
I'm literally going from computer to TV. I don't have time to watch the show. I don't. I'm sorry. I have to finish at least one game, and then I can watch the show and play it. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no,
It's too much. It's too much.
So Stranger Things season 2, literally, it picks up. It picks right. Well, as far as ability goes, it picks up right where the last one left off.
Also, like no time passed by.
No, in the show, about a year has passed by.
The show, it ended with Christmas, right?
Something
it
like
was
that.
Christmas.
So this show picks up right before Halloween takes place. So,
I saw the Ghostbusters outfit and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome. They rock that shit, and it's so great. So much. Oh, you got to see it.
Don't say
no.
anything.
I'm not
Don't
going to
let it
spoil
forget.
anything. But there's so much that's going on there, because of the '80s. And if you grew up in the '80s, I hate the '80s, but
What?
I do. I don't like the '80s, but as I'm watching the show, I appreciate the '80s
How could
more.
you hate the?
I hate the '80s. I hate the idea of
I didn't
the
like
80s.
music in the 80s, but I enjoyed the culture, the pop culture, like
Yeah, no,
movies.
But
and-
that's what I'm saying, and that's where I'm going with this. I hate the '80s, but for fuck's sake, man, there was some awesome shit that came out that I don't realize came out until I watched the show. I'm like, fuck, that too. It's like that as well was
what does
fucking
that
awesome.
tell you? What does that tell you?
No, and that makes me. I won't second guess myself.
And you know what's the sad
I would say still to this day, the time era that I wish I was born was the '60s. I think, not the '60s. I wish I was born in the '50s to grow up in the '60s. I think the '60s is far and away one of the best times in
60s,
human history. I think there was so much.
I think in
change.
the 1920s was better. You could kill people and never get caught.
This motherfucker.
It's the truth. What do we tell you?
No.
No DNA testing. No nothing.
I think the '60s
What
was
a great time to be a serial killer. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What a dick. No, I think the '60s was awesome. Music, movies. Movies were just starting to just come out.
So you think the 60s was good?
I think the '60s.
Did you ever watch that movie with that series with James Franco where he goes back in time to prevent the killing of Kennedy?
No.
Holy shit! You need to watch that. You haven't seen that? If you like the 60s,
No.
he goes back in time to stop it.
No.
It's a whole series. No, you got to watch that. It's fucking fantastic.
So yeah, so I say the '60s, and then after that, I go to the '90s. I think I think the '90s was.
I seen movies that take place in the 90s, and I never go, oh, I remember that, or I remember that. 80s, I do it. I don't know why.
It's nostalgia.
Yeah, but I mean, I was a kid in the 90s, but for some reason, the I don't know. Just the 90s doesn't.
The '90s was it, man. The '90s from. I mean,
I like the Saturday morning cartoons was best. What do you think? The 80s or the 90s?
'90s.
The 90s didn't have what? Ninja Turtles was the 80s, no?
Yeah.
He-Man was the 80s.
Yeah.
Smurfs was the 80s.
I hate the Smurfs. Go ahead.
I'm just Silverhawk. Silverhawk? Am I saying that right? How do you not remember Silverhawk?
Yeah, that must have been some Puerto Rican thing.
Okay, what about what the fuck? How do you never remember? Maybe I'm saying it wrong. What about Voltron and
Oh, Voltron was the shit.
that's all 80s.
Okay, but I mean,
Don't fucking tell me Ren and Stimpy and
Ren and Stimpy and Rocko's
See,
Modern Life,
see,
yeah,
but
and,
that's not-
and Rugrats.
those
no.
weren't Saturday morning cartoons. Those were Nicktoons.
And they took
play them
place in
every
the
night.
morning.
No.
Yes, they did.
Nicktoons was at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. How dare you tell me? I remember exactly 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night.
I will punch you in the
Nicktoons.
face. I'll punch
That's
you
when
in the
Nicktoons.
face.
They didn't never play in the morning.
Yeah, the only way I saw
Oh,
I ever saw
boy.
Nicktoons because
You were watching reruns, baby, because those played at night.
No.
For the big boys. I guess you were too young to be watching TV
I
at
guess
night.
so because when I was a kid growing up, the only way I was on Nicktoons because I didn't have cable and my grandma did. And
And you saw reruns then.
I guess
Nicktoons
so.
Time slot. I'm fucking looking at this. Shut up.
Because Nicktoons went in this order. It was Doug, then
Oh, God. I love Dog.
it was Doug, Rugrats, then Ren and Stimpy, and then after Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life when they introduced Rocko's Modern.
Yeah, but they would always take one show out and then replace it
Well,
with something
yeah,
else.
well, but
Like Real Monsters.
yeah. And
Which is your favorite Nicktoons?
Rocko?
That is your favorite?
Rocko was life.
Really? That's your favorite?
Rocko was life, dude. Rocko taught me so much about life. Like I am not making that shit up.
If I have to say when I was a kid, then I would have to agree with you with Rocko's Modern Life. But I started watching these Nicktoons when I was in my 20s.
Okay.
Invader Zim. Fucking phenomenal. You ever seen Invader Zim? This is something that belonged in the era when we were kids. Oh my God. Such a dark show. It's one of those shows like Ren and Stimpy.
Dude, Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toast Man.
You know the guy who the guy, what the fuck's his name? The guy who wrote Invader Zim used to write a comic book about a serial killer who killed people. And then he did Invader Zim.
No.
I'm shit you not. Man,
But there are some shows I'll never understand, like Cat Dog,
or Angry Beavers
Angry Beavers. No,
or
Hey Arnold was fucking. Hey Arnold,
Hey Arnold was okay,
but that shit was weird. Like Hey Arnold had some shit like what Helga, like Helga.
I don't know if it was Helga. I don't remember.
She was the one who like loved Arnold, but like was a
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah. And then every time she said her love, the guy would come out, will breathe heavily.
The-
Yeah. You remember that?
No, but like if you go back, because I've never gone back and watched it, but I've read like forums and stuff. Apparently, like Helga's parents were like alcohol, like her dad was an alcoholic, and there was,
This is what people come up with.
hey man,
You know, they said the same thing with the Rugrats. It turns out the kids were all dead.
Yeah,
And Angelica was
it was just
schizo.
it was just a figment of her
Oh
imagination.
my God. See, you don't need to do that with Invader Zim. He was already
He was already
He
crazy.
was already crazy. My favorite episode of Invader Zim is where they do a line in a mall to get a pre-ordered game. It was such a good episode. Something happens and they fall on. Oh, I can't get into it right now, but it's such a great show.
Invader Zim.
You should watch that shit. That shit is dark.
So, Stranger Things season 2. Thus far, if you liked season 1, season 2 is just as good. I mean, I haven't
gonna
finished.
watch it.
I haven't finished, but go ahead and check out season 2. If you haven't watched it and you're listening to this podcast, do yourself a favor
And yes,
and watch it.
It's so good.
Everything about it is so good.
And it was only what, 6 episodes? 7?
8. There was 8 episodes. No. It
Fucking
was
good,
It
though.
was 8 episodes.
Some of that girl who disappeared.
And Barbara.
They make like fucking all kinds of like shirts and stuff.
Oh
with her.
yeah, free Barbara. Where's Barbara?
It's so fucked up.
And here's the other thing. If you're young and you're listening to this podcast, you really need to see Stranger Things, because you need to see what we went through as nerds. Because now in school, it's okay to be a nerd. No one's gonna fucking pick on you.
Exactly. Now,
Watch that shit to see what life was like
For a nerd. Anybody who liked video games would get picked on. Now everybody plays video games. Remember that? I remember that. You used to say you like video games. People look at you weird.
I remember my senior year, because I moved from Pompano. I moved over to the West Coast. And for the first time ever, I was able to get a job. So, like, I got money in my pocket. And I was able to go out and I was able to do shit the way I thought I was supposed to live life. So, you know, I always got, like, the latest, whatever was cool. So, back then, I was, like, getting the nice fade and shit, right? Having the nice clothes. So, back then, I was, like, Echo and FUBU and all that shit. So, I was able to hide my nerdness and kind of, like, fix myself up.
How dare you hide your nerdness?
And dude, I'm not fucking lying. Like, I was always friends with everybody, because I could talk football, and I could talk sports, and I can talk pop culture. I could talk about whatever's going on, right? So I have friends in every dimension. You didn't go to my college graduation.
No.
George did. And that was and when I graduated college, I had all my friends. All my friends were separated into different categories because none of them could interact with each other. Because, like, George and my nerds were over there, and then I had the people I was in college with, and then I had my friends from, like, way back in high school, like, all these different kind of cliques. And I could bounce around from group to group, but they couldn't interact from group to group, if that makes any sense.
Because they're all different.
Because they're all different. So when I was in high school, my junior, senior year, I was friends with everybody. So if I went to, like, one of the cool kid parties, my nerd friends would be like, dude, you coming over? You want to play some N64? I'm like, nah, I'm staying home. And I go out.
How dare you?
Yeah. Nah, I ain't got a lot to kick it. I'm being honest. I defended y'all motherfuckers, though.
You just lost 10 subscribers. Thank you.
I'll tell you what. I defended them.
You defended the nerds?
I defended them.
How dare you?
I defended them.
By not hanging out with them?
Yeah.
That's defending them?
I was trying to get laid.
Nerds try to get laid, I think. Give us an email and tell us.
No, but I mean, that's the thing. Like, when I got into that echelon of being like a quasi cool kid, because I wasn't the cool kid, but everybody knew me. And as a teacher, that's who I am in the school. Every fucking person knows me. Oh, you got Mr. Burner. He knows everything. And it's nonsense. What I hear and everything along those lines. But straight up, most of the kids that I enjoy conversing with, because the cool kids try to come up to me and act all cool, and I just call them on their bullshit. I'm like, dude, you're not as cool as you think you are. Get the fuck out of here. I love it. That's the one thing I do.
Did you bully your kids? Is that
Oh,
what you said?
I bully the cool kids because ain't nobody bullying the cool kids, and I befriend the nerds.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, sure. You put the popular kids then kill themselves, right? So you're aiming for?
Probably. I'm still waiting.
Just lost 10 more subscribers.
I'm still waiting for my cassette tape.
What cassette tape?
You didn't see 13 Reasons Why?
No.
It wasn't bad. It was intriguing.
13 Reasons Why. Who was in that movie?
No, it was a TV show. It's a Netflix. It's about a girl who commits suicide. She makes.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm still waiting for my cassette tape.
Okay, that's fucked up. Anyway, let's proceed. You talked about Stranger Things. What else you got?
Another reason why this episode's late. I went and I saw Jigsaw, which got released this weekend. Happy Halloween to those of you who are listening a little bit later. Halloween's coming up. Jigsaw, the 7th movie in the franchise.
They should have stopped at 1, but go ahead.
No, I say they should have stopped at 3. It wasn't bad. It really, honest to God, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. Don't think that I'm sitting here saying, this is the best movie ever. Fuck no. You're a fucking idiot if you think this is the best movie ever. Fucking stupid. If you're listening to this and you're saying that Jigsaw is the best movie of 2017, do yourself a favor. Kill yourself.
That's the second time you tell people to kill themselves.
So, no. In all honesty, it was there's a lot of mystery in it, which made it fun. It made it fun. It didn't make it outstanding. The acting is Jesus Christ, it's C plus at best. Outside of Tobin Bell,
The B movie.
yeah, it's straight B movie. I mean, it's a Lionsgate film. It's
Not all Lionsgate. Come on, some of them make a lot of money.
no, just because they make a lot of money, that doesn't make them a B studio. A B studio means it's just a lower budget.
Didn't they make Hunger Games? Hunger Games is in probably the top 10
I thought that's
highest grossing.
I thought that's an artisan.
No, that's Lionsgate.
We'll fact check this later.
I'm fucking.
I'm fact checking now.
I'm
All right.
checking now.
Anyways, it was a good flick. It was fun. The mystery was there. For those of you who watch the Saw movies and enjoy the gore was there. The mystery is what made it fun. When you watch it, it was intriguing. There's the way it ends with the possibility that there could be
Oh
a
God,
sequel.
no! Come on, this needs to stop.
But it ends with the possibility that there could be a sequel, and it ends with the possibility that this is it and it's over. So it depends on how you want to look at it.
Keeping my fingers crossed.
I enjoyed it. So
This is just- I
if
don't
you
have
want to
any
check it
more.
out, if you needed a reason to check it out, check it out. If you just want to wait till it comes out on DVD, check it out on
Not
DVD.
even. Wait for Fox, like Channel 7.
Why? You're gonna miss out on all what makes that movie good.
I'll wait for it
the
in
blood and the gore.
in commercials and stuff.
Wow.
I saw and I went to Halloween Horror Nights this weekend, and the Saw one was really good. It brought up a lot of good memories of the movie.
Yeah.
It was actually very enjoyable. So yes, I do like Saw.
What was the
But I think the 5, 6. There's so many. They had the guy who got killed by the 2 blocks of ice there.
that was
I don't remember.
5.
They had the guy who had to rip a hole in his stomach to get the key. Well, I think it was. Or
No, that was the first one.
They had the guy who had to put his face through the glass or the sharp razor things.
5 or 6. Go ahead.
So no, I'm just saying they show you all the people that got tortured and shit.
Oh,
It was
at Halloween Horror
good.
Nights?
Yeah, it was so good. It was so well done. That's why I enjoyed it. The rest was it's okay, but I mean, Shining was good. The twins,
You couldn't pay me to go back to Halloween Horror Nights.
like I said, I went and it was enjoyable, and I go there to drink. Anyway,
Last time I went to Halloween Horror Nights, I was fucking wrecked. Wrecked.
The uncles.
No, it's not just that. Do they still have the beer tents in the middle of the line?
Yeah, they do. They got beer in the line. They got shots now in the line. They got
With the little syringes, right?
the little syringes. They got, of course, refillable cups that have alcohol. Like the Liquid Murderer, I think is the one I had. I had like Cointreau and vodka and all kinds of shit that'll
What the go?
fuck you up and before you hit the line.
Dude, my first time I went, I just left. I went with a group of people, right? And I went with this one chick who was a lesbian. And the lesbian was fighting with her girlfriend, so they weren't going in. And then the girlfriend's lesbian's best friend, she was like, well, if she's not going in, I'm not going in.
Are you serious?
And then
Like
they-
not going into the house or the park?
Not going into the park.
Are you?
And I just
See
said,
ya.
and that's what I said. Dude, like, I don't have time to mess with people who aren't going to do shit. Like, if we're here at the park.
How do you wait to get to the park to do this shit?
Oh, no. And I was like, later. I banged it. I was like, I'm going in line. And then this was the first year that they did Jason, Freddy, and Michael Myers. No, or Leatherface. It was one or the other. I don't remember. I was too inebriated. I just know that when I got to the first line, it said, I stopped and I looked up, and there was a giant sign that said, from this moment, you have a 2.5 hour wait. And I'm like, no, I don't. I figured out so many different ways to cut people. I had a shitty phone back then, so I would sit there on the fence or whatever, because you know how they have the chain link fence.
Yeah.
It's just the chain. So I would sit on there and I would drop my phone and I'd go underneath and pick it up and go back to acting like I was texting.
Oh my god,
The-
people fell for that shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Because
We're
people were
stupid. Only-
drunk, but then there would be the beer tent, right? And I would go and I'd hold up an empty beer bottle and be like, "Hey, it's just me. I need a drink. Beer tent's up there. Just let me go." Da 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 da. And people were like, "Yeah, go on, buddy. Go get your drink."
Everybody is pretty drunk in those lines.
So yeah, and then I would act like I'm talking to my girlfriend on the phone, even though I was single at the time. Big, hold on, babe. Yeah, hey, yeah, oh, babe, hold on, dude. I did so many different things. I don't think I waited more than 45 minutes in a line. I was like 3 hours long, but I'll never go back because that shit's a nightmare. That is the nightmare of Halloween Horror Nights. Them goddamn fucking lines, just people.
big lines.
Them lines are ridiculous.
What I did, I just waited till 11 o'clock and then just got the express pass for 50% off.
No, I won't.
And then it was 10-minute lines. Womp, womp, womp. That's it. I was done. Anywho, let's proceed.
Movies, television, and games.
So we did the movies.
And
Did you
we
watch any other movies? I haven't watched any movies.
No, go.
For what? You're waiting on me?
I'm waiting on you.
Well, I was going to talk about the update that they did for the Nintendo Switch. And they added a couple of things, and then they didn't say of the couple of things that they added. And, they added USB headphones on it, so you can actually hear through headphones with USB. It didn't have that before. But the one thing that they put that they kept secret was that you can add the GameCube controllers to the Nintendo Switch, which is pretty interesting because people are now coming up with theories that Smash Brothers is coming out soon. Which, if it does, I enjoy Smash Brothers. I don't know if you enjoy Smash Brothers.
Nope.
Of course not, because Metal Gear's not in it. Ooh.
No, Smash Brothers is lame. It's not a fighting game. Get out of here.
Yeah, oh, yeah, but you bought the PlayStation 1, which was the exact fucking thing.
No.
It was the exact same fucking thing.
No.
It was.
Smash Brothers has 2 buttons, a jump button, and a hit button.
The Smash Brother version of Sony fucking characters was the exact same
Oh,
thing.
you're talking about Battle Royale?
Yeah.
No, I didn't buy that either. Fuck that game.
Battle Royale? Was that what it was called?
No, I don't care. I didn't buy it. It was shit.
Yeah, right.
No, I didn't.
Kratos in it, and you didn't buy it?
No, I didn't. No, there's, what do you want me to swear on? You want me to swear on my girlfriend? You want me to swear on my motorcycle?
I believe
no,
you.
No, fuck that.
Either way, they added those, and I thought about, God, I love the GameCube controller, but did you ever play a GameCube before? Like,
Yeah,
you play Resident?
Yeah, Resident Evil 4, that was where I played it
People
first.
mocked that controller when it first came out.
That
but
controller's balls, but go ahead.
I thought it was good. I thought it was really comfortable, in my opinion. But
And people also think the Xbox controller is really comfortable
no,
too.
that's bullshit. Come on. How dare you compare the GameCube controller to that? The Japanese genius duo, American Idiocracy. Those controllers are so stupid.
The PlayStation controller is the greatest controller ever.
But don't get me wrong. I mean, I play with the Xbox One, and it's okay.
I'm surprised your carpal tunnel hasn't hit yet because you got to hold it like.
Because I use the keyboard more. I only use the controller for. For example, with Assassin's Creed, with the controller you can walk. You can gently tap the analog and you can walk. Keyboard, you have to push an extra button to walk. That's a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, no.
It is a real pain in the ass. So I just rather
I'm not doing that.
use the controller and the analog is. I don't know. I guess you can't do that. You can't just push a key gently and you'll walk slowly. You can't. Key is you push and you don't push. Anyway, you want to talk about the games that came out?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So let's.
You go. I've been talking for like an hour.
We're going to talk about Assassin's Creed Origin. I got Assassin's Creed Origin yesterday, and I also got Mario Odyssey. I got them both. And that's what I was just saying before. I've been playing on the PC and I've been playing on the Switch, back and forth. I can't get enough of both of the games. Let's talk about Origins first.
Let's
talk about it because me and Frank talk about it. I have it on PC and I have it in ultra settings. It's a huge game. It's a fucking ginormous game, and I have a GTX 1070.
Nobody knows what that means. Nobody knows.
They know. You don't know.
No.
It's an NVIDIA graphics card that is beyond the future of console. You were talking about maybe decades future. You know what I'm talking about. Your PlayStation is Marty McFly, and it's just we're talking about 2015 in the future. That's how PC advanced it is.
So it can tie its own shoes without using hands.
Pretty much, it could probably fucking do that. Anyway, as I was saying, I was playing it in this, and I get the most 60. It fucking it fucking kills my PC. So I had to lower it down to high settings, and I'm getting around 60, 65. But let's talk about. I didn't play enough to know exactly what the fuck is going on yet, because Assassin's Creed doesn't get straight to the story. But I'm enjoying it. I am a little bit biased because I do like the Assassin's Creed. I think the graphics are way superb than the last one that came out and the ones before that. I'm glad that they took 2 years to really work on the graphics on it. I like the characters. For now, it's interesting. They did change a few things. They changed the aspect that it's an RPG where you can actually improve your character in certain aspects of the character. I like that you control the eagle. Is it a hawk? It's a fucking bird that can fly in the air.
Yeah, but you know where they got that from? Ghost Recon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because of the drone, right?
Yup.
Isn't that fucking Ubisoft also?
Yup.
I mean, come on. Ubisoft does this. They fucking... and so does WB. I mean, W did the same shit with Batman, and then they just threw it on Shadow of War.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. But for what I've done, I've impressed. I agree with Frank. He opened my eyes. He'll talk about. Yeah. Go ahead. Say it.
Go.
The animations to him is
finish it. No.
He
Stop.
Shh. But to me, I don't see it.
Your review.
I think that
finish your review.
It runs smooth. The fighting is good, and pretty much, I do recommend this game. If you get it, you'll like it. Maybe you will see something different if you're a console player. But it is a good game, and it is definitely good that they waited 2 years for this game to be remade. Instead of doing it every fucking year, and every year it was a big pile of shit. Do I like Egypt? I wouldn't have picked Egypt. I would have picked so many fucking eras, and Egypt was not on my fucking. I mean, I would have picked Chinese dynasty over this. I would have done samurai ninjas in Japan over this. But I guess, they want to talk, the Egyptian origin and stuff. So, but I got to play more. I recommend it. Go ahead, Frank.
Okay. So, first and foremost, to do Egypt's just a giant cop-out for Ubisoft. Because
thank you.
Because Damascus and Assassin's Creed 1 took place in the desert. The very first one was the desert. Like they already had the structures and the layout in the background for a desert setting. They've had it for some time. So the desert is easier to...
Was that in Jerusalem? For some reason, I thought it was in Jerusalem.
Yeah, Damascus is by Jerusalem. It's all in Israel.
Oh, I didn't think it was in Damascus. Huh?
No. Damascus is a city, sir. It's not a country.
I don't care. I'm just asking.
Okay. Well, regardless, it's beautiful. I will give it that. It is visually stunning. However, animation sucks. Now I got it on the floor. My girlfriend was gracious enough for me. She cares about me. She went into the grocery store the other day, went in the red box. She goes, "Babe, do you want Assassin's Creed? They have it." And I'm like, "Yep." And she got it for me. Shout out to Catherine, Stephanie, Ore.
All right, we got it.
Thank you for getting me my game.
You want to say her social too on the phone, on the radio?
Anyways, she got it for me. I got it, and I put it in, and it's beautiful. And that's about all I can say about it visually. The animation sucks. It's choppy. It doesn't transition well. He doesn't climb well. He doesn't.
I disagree.
The other, I showed my girlfriend the problems with it, and she's like, why does his feet go through the steps? Why doesn't he walk on the steps? And I'm like, it's because they didn't do a good job as far as animation goes. When he's fighting, it's almost Shadow of Mordor-esque, where he's not really connecting with the characters. They changed it from a certain perspective, but then they weakened it because every single swing you can see that it's coming from a mile away because time kind of slows down whenever they're swinging at you. So you have the opportune moment to hit square to dodge. And then when they swing, they kind of power swing and they freeze. So it's easy to hit them quickly. You can't really connect combos like you would in Shadow of War or
Frankie,
Batman.
you let everybody know how much you played.
I've played for about 4 or 5 hours now. I haven't put a lot into it, but within the first hour and a half, I've noticed all these bad glitches. There was one where I jumped from the rooftop of a building, and then there was a small pond that had a border. And when I jumped on the pond, he did the patented Assassin's Creed parkour rule, but it was on the border of the pond. So he didn't roll forward into the water. He literally landed on the edge and rolled on the edge and didn't fall off of the edge. So yeah, don't get me wrong, this may be small for some people, but when you're giving a game like this a 9, yeah, no, you're wrong. This is a 7 at best. Visually it's a 10. I'm not gonna sit here and deny that if you stand still and don't move at all and just
stand still.
Yeah, you stand still.
But I think I disagree that you're basing your whole 9 on just animation. Which I think is
animation.
There's story,
animation,
there's character development, there's RPG.
Animation is huge, though. Animation is huge.
It's not 50% of the game.
No, it's about 80% of the game.
No, it's not 80%. Are you kidding me? So you're telling me that if you have a game that has perfect animation, it's total garbage, it gets a 9 because it has great animation.
No, but great animation and great controls are what make games great.
It does have great controls.
I mean,
maybe the animation's not great, but it runs fine.
Because look at Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 is probably one of the most beautiful games ever.
But that has terrible controllers.
It has terrible controls.
But this one doesn't have terrible controllers. You're talking about animation. The controls are perfect.
The controls
you push
are
a
good.
button, it does it, and it climbs just fine. You're talking about animation.
But the animation.
But it's not 80%. If the game is running fine and you're pushing a button and it does something, that's fine. If you push a button and it's not doing something, then yes, the controllers are they're shit.
But I mean, when I pick up a character that's 3 times my size, because the very first boss you fight is this huge guy that's literal, like it's as if your guy was 4 feet tall and this guy's like 7'2", and you kill him, and then you pick him up and you throw him over your shoulder because you hit the button to loot the character, and the same button is to carry the character. And my guy carried the character, and he literally throws him over his shoulder as if he weighs 10 pounds. And then his arm and everything is swinging through my character's body. That takes away from what the game. That shows me that this is a video game and it's not that well polished. So it takes away from the beauty of what they created. If you disagree, you disagree, and that's fine. I humbly respect your opinion.
I'm looking at over here a snake going upstairs to see if he touches every fucking stair.
I can't wait till Hideo proves you wrong. And which one are you looking at?
Wait, what was that? Oh, whoa, what was that?
Are you looking at Metal Gear?
Look at this. He slid on the floor, and he just slid all the way up the stairs by sliding. Oh, wait. Physically, you can't do that in real life, but he did it. Somehow. Is that you seeing this? Look. What was that?
It was a glitch.
It's a fucking glitch on your number on a 10. I'm looking here because you're judging things, and there's things in all games. My point in this is that it's unrealistic to sit there and that the game is going to be perfect. You're going to have some things like that.
Right, but
do you know how long it would take to make the character fucking touch every step?
Metal Gear
Solid 2, he did the stairs like
but
that.
This Metal Gear, he does. If you're looking at the glitch, if you watch him walk up the stairs or run up the stairs, he hits every step.
Let's see how funny the animation is when he goes up the stairs.
It's not because it's great. I mean, that's. I mean, there's a
Of
reason.
course, yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why Metal Gear Solid 5 got 10s. Not every game is
What are you talking about? There's other games that got 10 that you absolutely hated.
like what?
Are you kidding me? Do you know how many 10s have, and you go, oh, that doesn't deserve this game?
No,
This-
I mean, if you're going to Zelda or something along those lines, that's my bias. You know, I understand. I understand that I'm one of the few people in this world that fucking does not like Zelda. I don't understand what you people see in Zelda.
and-
I will never see what you people see in Zelda. There's nothing in Zelda to me that makes Zelda this wonderful entity. At the same time, I understand that it is a huge, huge empire, and that
It's not a
something-
Halo, that's for sure. If you
No,
try to
no,
make
no,
this
no,
out.
no.
It's got lovable characters that have been around for almost 40 years. Well, you want to say 30 years?
30 plus years.
30 plus years, almost
so,
40.
So yeah. So I get it. I'll never understand it,
And
but
none of
I
the stories are the same. That's the other thing that I like.
but
too.
I get it. I get it. I don't understand it, but I get it.
But you get it.
This is shit. Like when you if you want to here's my example. If you want to compare Breath of the Wild to Origins is shit. Origin is after you collect 999 little fucking gumballs and give it to the tree. And then this is what it does. You collect 999 gumballs and you give it to the tree, and then it goes, here you go. Here's Assassin's Creed's Origin. A pile of shit.
It is not a pile of shit. I disagree.
What-
You're
what-
taking one little thing and making it into a big pile of shit. It's not a pile of shit.
No, but
There's a lot worse things that came out.
no, there
You're
is-
making it look like it's a big pile of shit because the guy is not walking the stairs right.
No, I'm making
The
a big.
climbing is fine. It's
it's
fine. You're looking for things. It's fine.
It's not. It's
You found 2 or 3 things
no,
there,
no,
and you're
no,
saying
no,
it's
no,
bad.
No, I'm saying this. I'm saying that it had 2 years to fix.
2 years.
It had 2 years to fix everything that was wrong in Syndicate. And rather than fixing the things that it did in 2.5 years with Syndicate, well, with 2 years away from Syndicate, the only thing they did was make it an RPG and change the fighting style. That's my beef. That's my beef. You had 2 years to fix the little things that I saw problematic with Syndicate.
They revamped the whole fucking game, cut them some slack. They changed a lot of the game.
No, they did. They really didn't. If you're looking at it analytically, like I am, they really didn't. And that's my
They're
problem
not
with
even-
it. That's my problem
Even
with it.
even just moving the character around is not a pain in the ass like it used to be.
Compared to Syndicate. I own Syndicate,
Okay.
and I'll put the two together, and they're not as crisp. We go back, and you're asking me which Assassin's Creed had some of the best animation, had some of the best controls, and I told you there are 2 of them that stand out. First and foremost is Brotherhood, and then after Brotherhood is Assassin's Creed 3. Those 2 games, from an animation,
So explain to me. Okay, go
from
ahead.
an animation standpoint, are better than what they're trying to do in this one. They are.
Assassin's Creed.
You're going
3.
back. You're going back to the beginning of PlayStation and Xbox 360 to compare to the next gen, middle of the system.
When it comes to controllers, it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, that's where you're wrong. It doesn't matter how powerful the system is. Controls or animations have nothing to do with how powerful the system is. It could be the smallest piece of shit.
No. I'm going with.
So I can compare the animation of Assassin's Creed 3, absolutely.
Okay.
And the power of either one of the system has nothing to do with what they put in the animation.
Okay, if that's what you perceive.
And the controls were shit in 3. They were shit.
No.
They were not great. And it was all just pushing one button to the side and he would do the animation by itself.
And
there
what-
was
what-
no control in it.
What do you mean?
You just push a button and he'd block and he would do an animation by itself. That's what most of the Assassin's Creed were. There's no actual control in the fighting. Try to remember exactly how the controls
Yeah,
work.
you hit
push a
triangle,
button when they were about to hedge, and then he would do an animation.
Okay, but if you
And then if you push that button again as you kill him, right? You do an execution, and then you push it again, he would do another execution, and he'd do another execution, and he would do another execution.
isn't the term but isn't the term master assassin what they were?
But you're not controlling it. You're pushing one button to do all the animations. So there's barely any control in it. You're just
Right.
doing
So when you're fighting a guy and you build up your little charge meter and you hit the two buttons together to do a kill, it instantaneously kills the person.
No, that wasn't. You're talking now about Shadow War.
No, I'm talking the new Assassin's Creed.
I haven't gotten to the point where you have to push a button and it does a kill. What are you talking about?
You push two buttons. Because R1, now I'm going off the PlayStation controller. R1 is a weak slash. R2 is a strong slash. And if
Yes.
you build up your charge meter, he does an instant kill.
Okay.
Okay.
You're actually pushing a button and doing something at the same time.
You're pushing two buttons together simultaneously.
But you have to. Yeah, but if you want to kill another one, you have to do the same thing. You have to get the meter up.
Yeah, you have to
And
charge.
the other ones, you push one button and you do an automatic kill.
Well, last time I checked, if I stuck a blade in your throat, do I have to continue to hit you?
Oh, stop.
That's what I'm
so
going.
So for certain aspects, the realistic portions of animation count, but for certain things in games, it doesn't.
In which realm?
You're saying now that because in real life, if you stab me with a sword, you don't have to do the same thing in a real life.
No, I'm saying
I'm talking about control-wise.
I'm
You
talking-
barely had no control over the character.
No,
it
no,
was
no.
all just animation.
Well,
Push
well,
one button and he would just kill. One
No.
button he would kill again.
well, no, you would have to chart. You would have to build up the combo system, and because you're fighting, and then he goes into like this rampage mode where he's just executing everybody. By all means, if you want to look it up and
I'm trying to hear the aspect of one of the ones that's considered the worst of all the Assassin's Creed.
and
by a lot of people. Assassin's Creed 3 is probably considered the worst.
do you know why?
And you're saying
Do you know why?
why?
Assassin's-
Because the character,
Yeah,
the story, no,
character
absolutely.
and story, dude. It took you almost like 6 hours into the game before you even played as Connor, because you were playing as Haymitch, his dad, and his dad sucked because his dad was a Templar, and then you play with Connor as a little kid, and you're playing hide and go seek with a bunch of other Native Americans, and then your village gets burned down, and then you end up with what was his name? Achilles? No, was it Achilles? The black guy who trains you, and then that guy, like the story. The
don't think the
story
The story will.
in Assassin's Creed 3 is fucking dog shit. Hence the reason why that game got such a low score. Like to get a decent score.
So
You
what is the number? Just okay. Tell me, to get the decent scores, what are the number one that everybody's looking for? Because you're looking for that small detail,
first and
which
foremost,
doesn't affect the game as
oh,
much.
it does.
To you,
Oh, to me, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
but there's no reviews that is based on that.
No, there isn't. But I mean that's why. But I've said it before. I'll say it again. And this is where I am for me. And it goes into every aspect of the way I look at this world. You have 3 tiers in this world. There are 3 tiers in this world. And that will always be the way I look at this world. 1, you are absolutely phenomenal. You have great gameplay, you have great visuals, you have great story, you have great everything. You are amazing in that realm. That's first and foremost. Secondly, you're shit, but you know you're shit. You're shit, but you are not trying to be super serious. You know you're here just to have a good time, and that's it. You're not trying to win an award. You're not trying to be the best thing ever. You are here to have fun, and that's it.
Okay.
Number 3 is your shit. And this is where a majority of things in this world fall, in that aspect of you are shit. You're shit, and that's it. There are 3 realms. there's some gray in between in certain aspects because, as far as I'm concerned, Skyrim is to me one of, if not the greatest video game ever created. And at times it has.
And the fighting's amazing, right?
And
It's not good.
No.
The animation wasn't flawless.
No. Then that's what I'm saying. And at times the animation in that game suffers. I'm not going to lie about it. And at the same time, that game is
Okay, so Frank,
is bigger. That game is bigger and more in depth
what
than
was the difference between
anything ever create.
And
Anything.
how many years between Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, the one before that? How many years between that?
Do you want to Google? Do you want me to
I'm
Google?
just saying-
because I'm not going to leave our audience with dead air. So
go ahead.
So you talk and you make your point while I look up when Skyrim.
My point is that if I sit there and nitpick and look at little things like that, I'll find it. If I go to Metal Gear Solid 5, I will find you fucking animation that's bad. And I went to school for that. I can sit there and look at it and tell you, wait a minute, what the fuck? This is not good. You can find it. It's in every game. And I don't think that just one small animation should just narrow it down to all the game is
It's not
shit.
one small animation because the fighting, granted, the fighting idea is different. The animation is shit. That's what I'm talking about. The controls in it are good. The execution is shit. That's what I'm talking
But
about.
it shouldn't narrow it down. But you're saying it goes down to like a C.
Are you?
Because of the animation.
Absolutely.
think
Because it takes me away from the game.
It's a game.
Right, but if I'm playing a game, I shouldn't be like, dude, that guy's arm is swinging through my leg right now.
Since when do you sit there and go like, oh, this games have to be absolutely realistic?
I as the system becomes more powerful, I expect the system to counter what it is. When I play a weaker game, I am impressed by what they can do. I look at it from that perspective. If we want to get this is where we go, and this is why video game systems, and this is why things piss me off. So when Xbox goes ahead and releases the 360, when Xbox pushes the 360 to come out before it needs to come out, because that's what they did.
Okay.
They pushed the 360 because the Xbox and the PlayStation 2 still had a lot of life left in them. They did. But they pushed for the new system because we can make better graphics. But better graphics did not lead to better animation.
But it led to more customers.
It
did. They had the huge portion of it.
And that's, I'm just, if you're gonna give me more power, you have to be able to back it up. Just because it's pretty, that doesn't mean it's great. And if you really want to know, the difference between Oblivion and Elder Scrolls is almost 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a big difference. There's a big difference because people don't talk about Oblivion like they do Skyrim. There's a big difference. There's a huge difference from Oblivion to Skyrim.
So 6 years, Frank. Do you understand it took 6 years of
And
difference?
do you know
2 years because you must have some different concept of what it takes to make a game in 2 years.
Well, this goes back to what I'm saying is
because that's the reason that Metal Gear is so good is because he takes about 8 years to release one.
That's fine. That's what I'm talking about. Stop rushing a fucking product. That's what this is what I'm talking about. This is where this conversation is going. Stop rushing the product. Stop releasing something that's not good. Stop it. Because you'll make more money. Because let me tell you what. Here, go ahead. Keep talking because I'm gonna fucking school you right now.
Yeah, school me on what? Don't bring Grand Theft Auto into this shit.
Because Grand Theft Auto is going to come up in this conversation.
Because I could just say Mortal Kombat. Between Mortal Kombat X and before that, it took a long time, but the other ones were terrible.
Right, because they were rushing them.
No, they weren't. What was the worst one that came out with Mortal Kombat before X? Mortal Kombat 3D? I don't even remember.
No, that was Mortal Kombat 4. after that, they went back to 2D with Deadly Alliance.
Deadly Alliance.
Deadly Alliance was awesome. So, are you ready? The highest selling video games of all time. Number 1 is Tetris, 170 million.
Okay.
Number 2 is Minecraft with 122 million. Number 3 is Wii Sports.
How's the animation in Minecraft?
Well, no, but what is Minecraft? But tell me what Minecraft is.
It's a game.
But what can you do in Minecraft?
You build.
You build.
But you're still walking around.
Right. But it's you have a level of creativity. You can
Okay.
create.
All right.
Okay. And plus this
Go
is
ahead. Give me the list.
after that, it's Wii Sports, 8 million.
God, the animation was terrible in that.
Number 4.
Uh-huh.
But think about it. The animation wasn't terrible. The graphics were terrible. Animation wasn't bad.
Okay.
After that, Grand Theft Auto 5, 80 million.
When is this article? Because this PUBG should be there, right?
No, PUBG's not there. You keep talking about PUBG like it's the greatest song. If you really want to know, what is PUBG sold?
I don't know what PUBG just sold.
Because
I look at the PUBG animation and it's pretty terrible. And it's still one of the top selling games.
But it's still a beta too, isn't it?
It's almost done. Come on.
Okay, so after that is Grand Theft Auto 4, right?
Uh-huh.
After that, it's Super Mario Brothers, Mario Kart, Wii Sports Resort, Pokemon. It's
Okay.
Pokemon. Then it's the new Super Mario Brothers. When was this? The new Super Mario Brothers, which came out on DS. And then after that, at number 11 is Elder Scrolls 5. Okay. Elder Scrolls 5 is the 11th most selling video game of all fucking time.
Okay. What about World of Warcraft? I've looked at World of Warcraft. I see that you go through walls and that.
But what is war?
They put on a.
But World of Warcraft is also what?
What?
What is it?
What is it? It's an MMO.
It's an MMO. That's the thing. So they sacrifice graphics and animation for what? For a social construct where literally thousands upon tens of thousands of people are playing simultaneously. You give up animation for having multiple people playing online. Hence the reason it goes back to one of the reasons why I don't like online games is because the animation suffers.
What are you talking about?
And this goes back to why I'm so impressed with Titanfall when we ever bring up these conversations. Because Titanfall is played, when I play Titanfall online, the fact that the animation is still on par with people that are running around, that is what is impressive.
You don't think Overwatch has almost perfect animation? If you sit down and watch, it's like watching a Pixar movie.
No, and I've never said, what have I ever said about it? But what? No.
But it's online.
It's online, but is it an open world?
Neither is wait a minute. Neither is Titanfall. It's not an open world.
Titanfall's not open. Okay.
Okay, so you're saying online? How you're impressed?
No, I'm saying you're bringing up World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is literally what? The last time I checked, I think it's 5 continents.
I don't know.
I think
hate World of Warcraft.
I think you have 5 total continents with literally thousands of people on 2 different factions running simultaneously online. You have to sacrifice something to continue to have something. I'm not an idiot when I fucking don't come at me acting like I'm fucking
I'm just
stupid.
saying that you're looking for little things there
I'm looking
that shouldn't affect the game itself because you saw 1 or 2 little.
You're looking at
details that are like way in there, and you could do that for any game.
You're right. But
I could look at Grand Theft Auto and find all kinds of shit.
But you're looking for details. This is the biggest thing. You're looking for details for something that is claiming to be something epic when it's not.
Nobody said that this game was epic. I never said it was epic.
No, but so if it's not epic, it's 7, maybe an 8 at best.
But I never said it was a 10. Who said it was a 10?
No, but you're sitting there telling
it is good. It's a good game.
Okay, good is 7 to 8. 7 to 8. That's good.
That's not how you're letting people know. You're saying it's absolutely shit because of the animation.
I'm saying that it doesn't. I'm saying if you're looking at a still, if you're looking at a screenshot, it is gorgeous. Don't be fooled by how beautiful it is, because if you put the still, it's a fucking 9. That's what I'm saying. Graphically, it is one of the most beautiful things I've seen. It is gorgeous. It is a gorgeous fucking game. But once you start moving shit around, it loses how beautiful it is because things don't move naturally. That's what I'm saying. This is why this game goes from a 9 to a 7 like that.
I disagree, but that's your
that
opinion.
is what I'm saying.
That's your opinion. That's my opinion.
And-
The only way the audience is going to know is if they actually play it.
And real quick, the characters in the game are actually interesting. I like the characters. I like the acting. I like the voice
I
acting.
haven't gotten much of that. I'm like, I'm going through picking up collections and shit right now, like doing that stuff. I do story later. Anywho, now we're going to talk about another game that Frank doesn't like either that I got, which was Mario Odyssey. Now, if I had to talk about perfection in a masterpiece, Mario Odyssey it is. I mean, that is okay. Let's start with game design, the way it's designed. When was the last time that a Mario game came out? Probably about 5 years ago.
Odyssey 2?
No, it wasn't Odyssey.
I'm not Odyssey.
It was
Galaxy 2.
Super Mario Land 3D.
I
That's
thought
what
it was Galaxy 2.
No. It was Super Mario Land 3 where you could play 4 players at the same time. The way the game design is something that is known for Mario games where you have to search and if you guys take your time, and I think that if Frank doesn't sit there and look at realistically, because he's a fucking Italian going into a world to kill mushrooms and shit. But if you take it for what it is, which is a kid's game, there is nothing but perfection in this game. It's perfection. If I had to criticize one thing about the game, is the camera. The camera has always been Mario's like arch nemesis. Whether the camera's not facing the right way, you think you're jumping somewhere and then you end up falling down the cliff or whatever. You saw it yourself. If you move the camera at the right angle, you'll fall. It's a beautiful game. The details that they put in this game are unbelievable, to the point where if Mario gets burned, he's get ashes on his body. If Mario falls in water, he's completely wet. These are things that you didn't see in the other Mario games before. Not even Mario 64, obviously, because they couldn't do it. He leaves tracks when he's running. Not only does he have the cartoony kind of cloud when he's running, but also when he runs on sand, particles of sand are kicking out of his feet as he's running. The possession thing, which is something that people are kind of like iffy about it. It is something new, but I mean, that's what they do in Mario games. They always add something too. From Mario Sunshine with the stupid hose that he would hose things down. From Super Mario Land 3D where they wear the cat suits and they could climb up things. They always add something silly. Because at the end of the day, folks, this is a kid's game. It is a kid's game, and they have to find ways to make it fun. When I talk about the possession, is that he takes his hat off and he's able to possess different characters. Now, this isn't something that you do just for shits and giggles. When you do it, there's a specific reason that you're doing it, whether it's to pass an area that couldn't be passed with a certain character, whether you can possess a bigger character or a dinosaur and destroy walls that would lead you to other levels. This game, they put a lot of thought into it. A lot. I mean, they thought of everything in this game. This game is absolutely fun. It is good for families. It looks for people who are non-gamers. It's for people who are hardcore gamers. The only people that I don't think would like it is someone like Frank who doesn't like kids games. But if you grew up with playing Mario and then you enjoy games that are just you're just doing it for the fun aspect, and then you don't mind that it's no shooting or any killing and stuff like that, then I absolutely would recommend this game over Assassin's Creed Origin. I can't say Wolfenstein. Obviously, I haven't played Wolfenstein. I will play that when I rent it or something. But, guy, when I come with Game of the Year, A lot of people talk about Game of the Year. I don't think it's Game of the Year. Just because, and Frank will disagree with me, there's no epicness. It is a great game, but there's no epicness. This is, how do I put it? Mario 64 is not something that you talk about and you say, oh my God, you remember this or that. People don't talk about Mario like that. People remember Mario 64, but they don't say, oh, wow, you remember this. It's not.
I don't know. Mario 64 had that. Mario 64 did have that.
I mean, that was 3D, but what I'm talking about is.
But that's because why? That's
like Mario didn't have. It was innovating.
right.
But,
Yes.
I mean, but if we're going to talk about epicness, story is very important. And let's be honest, every fucking Mario game is a silly story. It's a fucking kids game. And that to me is very important. If you're going to be Game of the Year, you need to have a great story.
And that's why Zelda's gonna.
Zelda's
gonna win it.
I really think Legend of Zelda might win it. There was another game that you and I liked.
I don't know. This year.
What else have come out?
I don't have a horse in the race this year. This year, probably the only thing that I could think that I would nominate would be Horizon, and I feel like that one.
Horizon came out this year?
Horizon came out back in
Are you serious?
February.
I thought that was December.
End of January, beginning of February, Horizon came out. So
Horizon could do it.
that's the only other one that I could really see taking Game of the Year. My bet, my bet was Red Dead. That was my bet for.
If Red Dead came out, yes, it would win.
Red Dead was gonna win, and it's gonna take next year, and that kind of sucks because I was expecting God of War to get a chance at Game of the Year next year.
God of War's coming out also.
God of War, and they're coming out like right at the same time. I'm missing.
No, they're gonna change that.
No, they're coming out around like I think Red Dead might be February, and God of War. I think God of War has a March release date.
All right, so
or it could be flipped. I think God of War has got a February, but God of War as
God of
huge,
War is something you can knock out fast.
As huge as a God of War fan I am, but like it's gonna play second fiddle to Red Dead. Everything is playing second fiddle to Red Dead.
But once you get to God of War, you can knock God of War fast. A week the most.
No, I'm buying it the day, and
you'll probably be done in 2 days.
No, I'm probably gonna be the day I get it.
Okay, well, that's what I mean. Red Dead is something that you can play.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I kind of wish I had Red Dead Redemption on PC.
I have it.
If they had it on PC, because you have it, but you can't play it. You can play it on the PlayStation 4.
No,
you have the 3.
No, I have a 3.
But I mean,
dude, I put it in,
and you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but this is where Xbox is doing it right.
Oh yeah,
if you put your disc, if you put your disc inside the let's assume it was like that for the PlayStation, you would put your disc inside, it would read it and say, "Oh, Frank, you own Red Dead Redemption." Boom, let's put it in your PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
They do that for Xbox. Xbox has Red Dead, if I'm not mistaken. Xbox One has Red.
Yeah. And dude,
I wish.
Are you ready for This is the year of blasphemy for Frank. First, it was me commending Nintendo on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Now I might buy an S. Not buying the one that
to play Metroid.
No.
Nintendo DS.
No,
you said?
no. The S. The Xbox One S.
Why?
Because you could play the old Xbox One games. I am an individual who never got to play.
Don't tell me you want to play Jedi
Knights of the Old Republic. I never played it.
Frank, please. Do you don't buy an Xbox? Just make a really cheap PC.
I've never played it, so I want it.
Don't. We can eat. How much does an Xbox X cost? 300.
Well, once that no, I'm not gonna get it now. I'm gonna wait. for it.
Because we can for $300, they can make you a very simple PC that can run fucking. Because Return of the Jedi. Oh my God!
Knights of the Old Republic.
Knights of the Old Republic is an old game. And
I know
it can run very easily on a very old.
Yeah, but I have to buy it. No,
don't buy an Xbox. Don't do this to yourself. You won't be able to look at yourself in the mirror.
No, well. Because it's Knights of the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic too is revered as one of those echelon games that is one like is one of the greatest.
You can play it on the PC for free. Not only would you have to get an Xbox, you have to pay that $50 fee to play it.
$50 fee to play it.
Because it's online.
No, the discs.
No, but you play online.
What do you mean?
Knights of the Old Republic is online, isn't it?
No, the first one.
First one wasn't online?
No, Knights of the Old Republic, that was the newest one. Because there was
online.
Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic
Aren't those
2.
MMOs?
And no, the newest one's an MMO. The other two were single party RPGs, man.
Like Jade Empire?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Dude,
Well,
you're
right.
getting senile in your old age because you're forgetting shit left and right.
Well, I didn't like Xbox.
No, neither did I, but I knew that those two games were really good. And it's one of those things where you got to grit your teeth and bear it. Kind of like how it is with Gears of War. I ain't got Gears of War.
I remember that feeling. Resident Evil Code Veronica for the Dreamcast.
It did come out for the 2 eventually, though.
Yeah, but
It
it was a terrible port.
Yeah, it was past. its
I
prime.
played the Dreamcast version, and it was...
No, I remember. No, I did too.
I was so mad.
Yeah,
I was so mad that it came out for the Dreamcast, but...
it is what it is. So it was a good week. This is a great week. It was a great fucking week.
It was. Very good.
Next week, same bad time. Well, no, not same bad time. Just same bad channel.
And guys, don't forget, please, if you want to, just subscribe and give us a rating. And if you have any comments or anything like that, you
Hit
can
us up on that Twitter.
on Twitter, on Evil Metal Gamers, and you could also give us a shout out in the emails, and I'll read it out in public if you guys want to at evilmetalgamers@gmail.com. Once again, thank you. We love doing this for you guys. And sorry it took a day longer.
A day and a half longer.
It is 2:35 in the morning. This is how dedicated we are.
Happy birthday to you, playa.
Thank you. Alrighty, guys. Thank you again, and take care.
Love, peace, happiness.
Bye.